The serene beauty of Pahalgam, a jewel nestled in the Himalayas, is a sight to behold. Its tranquil rivers and majestic mountains have long been a source of inspiration and peace. However, this serenity was shattered on April 22, 2025. A cowardly terrorist attack ripped through the heart of the town, causing chaos and fear among its residents. The explosion left behind a trail of devastation and despair, with buildings reduced to rubble and lives forever changed. 26 innocent lives were extinguished in an instant, victims of a senseless act of violence orchestrated from across the border, leaving families and friends in mourning. The attack bore the sinister hallmarks of groups operating from safe havens within Pakistan, a recurring threat to the region. India mourned, but its grief was intertwined with a steely resolve to act. The perpetrators and those who harbored them would be held accountable for their actions. Operation Sindhoor, a testament to India's unwavering commitment to safeguarding its sovereignty and citizens, was about to unfold with precision and determination. The nation was in mourning, united in its grief and resolve. The attack in Pahalgam was a stark reminder of the persistent threat India faced from cross-border terrorism, a menace that demanded a strong response. The world watched closely, waiting for India's response to this heinous act. Would it be measured restraint, as in the past, or something more assertive? Or would India, emboldened by its growing military might, choose a different path, one that would send a clear message to its adversaries? The answer came swiftly, decisively, and with a precision that would reverberate across the region, signaling a new chapter in India's fight against terrorism. On May 7, 2025, India launched Operation Sindhoor, a meticulously planned military campaign. This was not a war of conquest, but a calibrated and decisive strike against the infrastructure of terror, aimed at dismantling the networks that threatened peace. The operation, spanning 4 days and nights, targeted 9 terrorist training camps nestled deep within Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, areas long considered impenetrable. These camps, long known to be breeding grounds for extremism, were neutralized with pinpoint accuracy, showcasing India's advanced military capabilities. The message was clear. India would no longer tolerate the use of its neighbors' territory as a launchpad for attacks against its citizens, asserting its right to self-defense. Operation Sindhoor was not merely about retribution, it was a demonstration of India's evolving military doctrine, emphasizing precision and strategic depth. It showcased the nation's ability to project power, strike at will, and dictate the terms of engagement, reinforcing its position on the global stage. The element of surprise was absolute, catching the adversary completely off guard. Pakistan, caught off guard by the scale and audacity of the operation, scrambled to respond, but its efforts proved futile against the well-coordinated Indian forces. India's strategic calculus had shifted, and Operation Sindhoor was the world's first glimpse of this new reality, marking a significant turning point in regional dynamics. The choice of targets for Operation Sindhoor was deliberate and meticulously planned. The terrorist training camps, often located in close proximity to Pakistani military installations, were chosen to send an unambiguous message to the adversary. India would no longer be constrained by the fear of escalation. The strikes were carried out with surgical precision, minimizing collateral damage and civilian casualties, showcasing the expertise of the Indian Air Force. This was a testament to the capabilities of India's armed forces and the advanced technology at their disposal, which played a crucial role in the success of the operation. The targeting of Pakistani airbases, including those housing F-16 fighter jets provided by the United States, added another layer of complexity and risk to the operation. These strikes, while limited in scope, were meant to demonstrate India's willingness to target Pakistani military assets directly, should the need arise, thereby altering the strategic calculus. The message was not lost on Islamabad. India had redefined the red lines, and the rules of engagement had irrevocably changed, signaling a new era in the regional power dynamics. Operation Sindhoor showcased the coming of age of India's indigenous defense industry. The strikes were carried out using a combination of advanced weaponry, including BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, guided by the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. The BrahMos, a testament to Indo-Russian collaboration, gave India an unprecedented strike capability, allowing it to target enemy installations with pinpoint accuracy from standoff distances. The operation also saw the deployment of India's fleet of unmanned aerial vehicles. These drones, equipped with sophisticated surveillance and targeting systems, provided real-time intelligence and played a crucial role in ensuring the success of the surgical strikes. The use of such advanced technology, much of it developed indigenously, underscored India's growing prowess in the field of military technology. Section 5. Neutralizing the Pakistani response, a multi-layered defense. Anticipating a retaliatory strike from Pakistan, India had activated a multi-layered air defense network. The S-400 Triumph air defense system, acquired from Russia, provided an impenetrable umbrella against incoming ballistic missiles and aircraft. This state-of-the-art system, combined with India's indigenous Akash and Barak-8 air defense missiles, created a formidable defensive shield. When Pakistan did attempt to retaliate, launching a swarm of drones towards Indian military installations, the response was swift and decisive. The drones were neutralized using a combination of electronic warfare systems, directed energy weapons, and conventional air defense systems. The attempted retaliation was thwarted, further demonstrating India's military superiority. Section 6. Restoring deterrence, a new equation of power. Operation Sindhoor was more than just a military operation, it was a strategic masterstroke. It aimed to reset the long-held equation of power in the region. For decades, Pakistan had resorted to a policy of nuclear blackmail, believing that its nuclear arsenal gave it immunity from retaliation. Operation Sindhoor shattered this illusion. India demonstrated its willingness and capability to respond decisively to acts of aggression, regardless of the consequences. The operation signaled the emergence of a new India, one that would no longer be cowed by threats or intimidated by acts of terror. It was a clear message to both Pakistan and the international community. The old rules no longer applied. India would determine its own security calculus and respond to threats in a manner commensurate with its national interests. Section 7. Global Implications, a Paradigm Shift in Counterterrorism. Operation Sindhoor sent shockwaves across the international community. It was a watershed moment in the global fight against terrorism, demonstrating that state sponsors of terror could no longer hide behind the veil of plausible deniability. India, by its actions, had set a new precedent for nations grappling with the scourge of cross-border terrorism. In a significant move, India briefed over 70 countries, outlining the rationale behind Operation Sindhoor and sharing evidence of Pakistan's complicity in the Pahalgam attack. This briefing, while excluding China and downgrading Turkey's diplomatic status, was crucial in garnering international support and understanding for India's actions. Section 8. Political Backlash and International Reactions. As expected, Operation Sindhoor elicited strong reactions from Pakistan. Islamabad, caught off guard and humiliated, resorted to its usual rhetoric, threatening retaliation and raising the specter of nuclear war. However, Pakistan's international isolation was palpable. Its all-weather ally, China, offered muted support, while the United States, wary of further escalation, urged restraint from both sides. The international community, by and large, was sympathetic to India's position. Several countries condemned the Pahalgam attack and expressed support for India's right to self-defense. Operation Sindhoor had succeeded in shifting the narrative, exposing Pakistan's duplicity and highlighting the threat it posed to regional peace and stability. Section 9. Operation Sindhoor, a defining moment. Operation Sindhoor will be etched in India's strategic history as a defining moment. It marked a paradigm shift in India's approach to national security. The days of strategic restraint were over. India had demonstrated its willingness to use hard power to protect its interests and would no longer hesitate to retaliate against those who sought to harm it. The operation also underscored the growing importance of indigenous technology in shaping India's security posture. The success of Operation Sindhoor would serve as a catalyst for further investment in defense research and development, ensuring that India remained at the forefront of military technology. As India rises as a global power, Operation Sindhoor will be remembered as a testament to its resolve, capability, and unwavering commitment to safeguarding its sovereignty.